Today, myself, Dr. Anna McGregor, and two final year life science students, Sam Charlton and Sanskar Ranglani, are going to talk about the creation of the course Business in the Biosciences, a multidisciplinary course for life science students with employability skills at its core. There is a known career skills gap in the biological sciences. The Wacom Review in 2016 identified the biological sciences as an area of concern based on employment outcomes and invited employers to identify issues that they thought impacted on STEM graduate employability. The most common issues identified included graduates lacking softer skills and graduates lacking business and commercial awareness. To try and address these issues, we created Business in the Biosciences, a final year option 20 credit course for life science students. For this multidisciplinary course, we engaged experts from across the university, but we also engaged guest speakers from local and national bioscience companies to cover the key business concepts and what entrepreneurship is. But we designed Business in the Biosciences to be as much about skills development as it is about learning business concepts. One way we inherently embedded skills development was by choosing a compressed teaching format. This style of teaching, which involves delivering courses over a shorter timeframe than normal, manifested as 2 consecutive weeks of teaching, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. for this course. This format simulates a more traditional sort of workplace hour and develops both resilience and adaptability in our students. We also designed this course to be fully teamwork-based, which results in strong peer relationships and strong communication skills. And we made this course fully coursework-based, with each of our 4 assessments developing a unique skill set. This included creativity and communication through students creating and pitching a business idea. I'll now hand over to Sanskar Ranglani, one of our students from this year's cohort of Business in the Biosciences, who will outline what the students thought of the course.
Hi, thank you for that, Laura. I'm Sanskar. I will now talk about what students perceived, how they improved in terms of their skill development. So students filled a survey pre-teaching and post-teaching, and it was coded on an ordinal scale, as you can see here, ranging from 0 to 4, and increasing numbers representing increased perception of how skilled they perceive themselves to be in a particular domain before and after the teaching on the course. Most students thought that their skills improved across several domains. Here we have selected a few to demonstrate how they perceived their skills improved across a few. Surprisingly, we found that students thought that they improved their ability to explain written concepts. All 4 students who filled the pre-teaching and the post-teaching survey thought that they significantly improved in terms of being able to explain written concepts more clearly. Similarly, 3 out of 4 students thought that they became better at communicating and they were more confident in communicating orally after the course. And we found a similar pattern for students thinking that they can do something more novel and innovative before versus after the course. I relate to some of these personally as well, as I can see that my ability to present has massively improved. I thought before the course that I was a good presenter and had done quite a few presentations, but during the course, I realized that there was so much that I could improve, like not pausing or not umming too much and having minimal text on slides. I went back and presented to my research group very recently, and they told me that they've seen that my presentation skills have significantly improved. I found this particularly useful for some interviews as well, for some future career opportunities, as a lot of them required me to present my previous research, and I utilized the feedback from the course to design some of these presentations, which were all very well received. Another thing which personally improved a lot for me was developing relationships through the course. I was away on placement for a year right before this course started, and all my friends at uni had graduated, and the pandemic already made socializing difficult. But being put in teams and going for pints afterwards, etc., it introduced me to a lot of new people, and we are still close to date and give each other feedback for other assignments. That's me, and now I'm going to pass on to Sam, who's going to talk about what activities students did, which they thought improved these particular skills.
Thank you, Sanskar. In the post-course survey, students listed activities that we completed throughout the course that they believed helped them develop any one of the given skills on the slide here. These activities did vary between each skill, but kind of the main ones that seemed to holistically work across the board was the development of the business model canvas and the sessions in which we planned our events and planned our presentations for our business pitches. Communication skills as well, mentioned by Sanskar, really well developed across the course. Really helped by our reflective writing assignments and group work aspects, in which there was a lot of communication-based work. In terms of my own thoughts on the course, I think that the format really supported the mental well-being of the students throughout, with a consistent schedule that really kind of promoted a routine that you don't get that much as a student. Any student will relate that getting up to a 9 a.m. lecture on a Monday is quite hard, but even that extra hour with the option for support before and after was really, really good for kind of knowing what you had to do and where you had to be. In the 4 years of university, genuinely the only course that I've ever felt completely supported doing. Thoroughly enjoyed it as well. I think the schedule really catered to that. It catered to students being motivated to learn, and the focus ultimately was maintained because the mix of student-led and taught, as well as kind of light-hearted activities like reading a children's book in front of everybody, which really helped to kind of kick the jitters off first day, which ultimately really aided in the enjoyment of the course and kind of building relationships with others. But I'm now going to hand over to Dr. Anna McGregor, who's going to talk to you about the staff perspective on the course.
Great. Thanks so much, Sam and Sanskar. I'm just going to continue on with some of the successes and challenges from the staff side, with the hopes that some of this can be taken forward across other disciplines and other courses. So very similar to what both Sanskar and Sam said, one of the key successes related to this work relates to the relationships both between students themselves, but also between students and staff. We really got to work with the students as individuals, see them progress throughout the duration of the course. And every day we met, we would work together. And so we really got a good feel for providing feedback to build on the student development throughout the course. And we also really had the chance to look at where students wanted to go in career paths beyond university and bring in key concepts of business to support them with wherever they may go. We also really felt that the wider skills focus of this work was a big strength, because we could showcase the strengths of the students other than just academic knowledge and achievement. A lot of things in terms of teamwork, presentation skills, those transferable skills that are really essential across a wide range of career paths were deeply embedded in this course, and we could focus on them very, very directly. We did experience some challenges throughout delivering this course. It is time consuming, particularly in the organizational phase, to coordinate the guest lecturers, coordinate the content, and also work with the different timetables across the degree groups. We avoided that a little bit by scheduling in week 0, but in week 1, there are a number of different course sessions across the degree groups. Being present for the full 2 weeks of the course is incredibly essential to its success. And that is a challenge for everybody's schedules. Having that in-person commitment was a key factor and should be maintained for other courses as well. Marking can be a challenge too, because it requires a combination of the discipline-specific knowledge with business, but also the ability to transfer it across the different assessments. So it helps to have a dedicated team of staff delivering the course to be able to mark effectively. And for all of the above reasons, this course is really limited to a specific class size, which is relatively small. We thought 30 students was an absolute maximum based on our experience this year. And I think the students would probably feel the same based on the amount of time we had, 2 of us had to spend with them individually. However, all in all, I think both Laura, myself, and all the students that took the course really took a lot out of it. And I would highly recommend trying to embed some of these techniques across other courses within the university. So just a final thank you to all the students that participated in the class, and to Sam, Sanskar, Laura, and all of the guest lecturers that made this possible. Thank you for listening today, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the conference.